So in our previous video we were discussing how utilizing a jungle gym type interior design goes a long way to habitat enrichment. I know I go on about this, I blow a lot of hot air about it, and I guess the previous time we were talking about a very mechanical, unsightly, great for us running a fish hatchery, but not really great for a person that wants to have a beautiful aquarium. So I guess in this video we're going to discuss how to achieve that same type of jungle gym effect, but within an aquarium that looks kind of good. So we start off with a three-dimensional background. As you can see, we've put a 3D background in it. This is one of our custom jobs. It really blends artificial and real quite well together. We utilize it as a stepping stone for then adding a bunch of plants. As you can see, I've got my crew looking out for us, making sure that I'm not messing around too long. So we've used a bunch of artificial plants to really create that three-dimensional stopgap as a depth of field. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start layering. That's the first layer. As you can see, we'll be using a block of porate foam with an air uplift, and now I've cut out a bunch of 32mm black polythene pipe. And what we're going to do is we're going to push this all to the very back of the aquarium underneath the artificial rock wall. As you can see, I've set it out. So basically it's a pipe for almost every single fish in the tank that we're going to have in there, so especially the rock dwelling species. So we've layered it out, we've set it all out, and you can see that there's no sand, not much substrate, so that's almost going to be a hollow area at the back. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put a layer of rocks. So basically we'll utilize stone and we'll cover all those pipes. So basically the rocks are sitting on top of the pipes, so creating more caves within them. And then we've gone and put a layer of power shells or abalone shells that we've coated with sand. So we've glued sand to them, so they kind of look, so all these kind of oval shapes in the front of the tank are all power shells, so are all extra caves. So that's obviously the next layer. Now we add a bunch of branches, so we use very skinny hardwood New Zealand native branches to create a spider wood effect, and then we layer the whole front section from where those power shells are to the front of the tank with sand. So here's the completed product. As you can see, we've got layers upon layers of different types of fish that all have the ability to cohabit. Large slow-moving donkey discus, as I call the frontoses, they're really adept at floating through the branches, and they utilize that back area. Quite often when you look at the tank you don't see any fish out there, and that's kind of how it is. If you go free diving, you drop down, all the fish have absolutely disappeared, and then if you give it time suddenly they pop out. So this is the same effect. So we've got layer upon layer of these beautiful fish. Everyone's got a place to escape from a dominant fish. There's no one central point where the center dominant fish is chasing all the other fish to the outside, because they've all got a post to kind of hide behind. And what you find is the dominant fish lose interest, because rather than chasing someone around and around an open tank, they've got to duck and dive, and by the time that someone's dodged them, there's someone else already in the way. So it spreads that aggression out in a really effective way. Hopefully this video makes sense. You enjoy the final product, and enjoy. Have a great day. Creating natural looking aquariums that are easy to maintain.